I'm going to be reading a story. And some of y'all know this story, some of y'all don't. But most of y'all know this because it's popular. The story goes, there was a man and his son trying to sell a donkey. And they were walking the donkey to be sold. And people come up to them. They said, what is the point of having a donkey if nobody is riding it? So the boy rode the donkey. Then they continued walking to the market to be sold. And another group of people come up to them. They criticize the boy for letting his father walk. What a terrible son he is, letting his elderly father walk. And so they switched roles and they let the father walk and the son walk. And they kept walking the donkey to the market. And another group of people come by and they criticized them. They said, what a terrible father that is letting his son walk. And so they both got off the donkey and they started carrying it. The donkey was too heavy and it fell on a bridge and it drowned. The donkey died and they lost it. By trying to people please and following people's opinions, they lost the donkey. They failed their mission for it to be sold at the market. People pleasing is having the emotion to please others at the expense of their desire. It's more than just avoiding conflict and wanting others to be happy. That's another thing. As you all know, idolatry is a sin. Putting others above God is a sin. Worshipping others above God is a sin. You should only worship your God and God only. And people pleasing can be idolatry. If we want approval so much that it controls us, it becomes our God. The only person we should be worshiping is God. How can we give God the attention he deserves if we're focused on other people's opinion? If we focus on what other people think of us, we should only be focused on God and what God thinks of us. We should understand that us humans, individuals, can't please everybody. It's just impossible. You should only focus on pleasing God. Your aim should be focusing on pleasing God, not people. In Luke 6:26, it says, woe to you when all people speak well of you, for so their fathers did to the false prophets. Luke says, if everyone speaks well of you, if everybody speaks good of you, they're not your real friends, they're fake people, because it's impossible for everybody to say good things about you. You should face criticism, and you have to learn how to accept the criticism. Not even Jesus could please everybody. You can't please everybody. We're going to be looking at another Bible verse, Galatians 1:10. It says, for am I now trying to persuade people or God? Am I striving to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. You heard me say this in my last video, but Christians can't people please and please God at the same time. You have to choose one or the other. If your aim is to people please, you're not going to fulfill your life to God. You're not going to fulfill the attention that God deserves. If you were married to somebody, would you want them to be 100% committed to you or just half committed to you? You would want them to be 100% committed to you. You would want them to commit their life to you. And that's how God is. You're supposed to give your full attention to God, as if you want your loved one to give attention to you. We should treat God as our best friend. We shouldn't care what other people think. We should talk to him every day, get closer to him as if he were our best friend. There's absolutely nothing wrong with pleasing some people sometimes. You have to get that right. There's a big difference. But if our motive is the fear of rejection and the fear of getting thought badly of, we are in the wrong. It's not good for us. It's killing us. It's killing our peace. It can disturb our peace. It can prevent growth to your potential. It can bring you the other direction from God. In Acts 5, Peter preached the gospel, and he knew he was going to face criticism. He knew the Jewish leaders did not approve of it, but he still did it because he loves God. He still did it because he didn't care what other people think. He still did it because the only thing that matters to him was God at the time. Nobody else mattered. He didn't care about anybody. He had so much faith. We need to be like Peter. And me personally, I still struggle trying to overcome people pleasing. It's still a big fear that I have. I admit it. Sometimes I try to people please, and I hate that about myself. Sometimes when I hear that somebody thinks badly about me, it kind of just ruins me. I just kind of feel that feeling in my heart that goes down. And I absolutely hate that. But pray and pray every day, and God will deliver you from those fears. When I started praying every day, getting on my knees and praying, standing up while praying, it gets better. Overcoming that fear gets better and better. I'd be lying if I said that overcoming people pleasing was the same a couple weeks ago than today. No, it's gotten better. And this is the power of the Lord. Pray and He will give you what you need and according to His will. Not your will, but His will. Jesus prayed, not my will, but your will be done. Amen.